like to call the meeting to order. The special meeting this evening. Kim is at another event tonight. All the other board members are present. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible.
We're going to add an open forum to the beginning of our agenda. So can I get the agenda, a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Any other additions?
No, I don't have anything.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0. We're going to start with open forum. I think we have 2 people who want to speak this evening, and you can just come and sit up at this desk here, 3 to 5 minutes. Right there in the mic. Talk in the mic.
My name is Tony Wicken. I'm here representing the Laborers Union.
Where are you from, Tony?
I'm sorry.
Where are you from?
I live in Blaine, Minnesota. On behalf of the Laborers Union, which we represent construction workers and public employees across Minnesota, including many who live in your school district. They work on your buildings, so forth. We support strong schools and work every day to ensure students, staff, and taxpayers get quality facilities they deserve. We're asking the district not to award the Central Education Center project to Metcon, excuse me, and intend to rebid the project with prevailing wage requirements for 3 reasons. First, there's something wrong when you're bidding a $20 million project and you only receive 2 bids on the contract. We've talked to several contractors, and the reason they didn't bid is you didn't put prevailing wage in your specs. So we feel you would have gotten a better bidding pool with more people if you would have had prevailing wage. A little more competitive, things like that. Second, we don't have a problem with Metcon. We didn't object when they got the middle school, but we've hardly seen Metcon take on one project this size, let alone 2. The district's taken a big risk putting all its eggs in one basket, especially when it's not clear if the basket can handle it. Third, we think that the school should investigate whether Metcon is efficiently billing the district for a Cadillac or delivering a Yugo. If Corvell was truly submitted the low mechanical bid and Metcon is using the number in the bid for giving the HVAC work to Metcon affiliate, then we believe the taxpayers are being taken for a ride. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Was there one other person who wanted to speak, or was that it?
Hi, I'm Kurt Robbie. I'm from New Prague, live outside of town. I actually went to school here, and I'm here speaking on behalf of the sheet metal workers, Local 10. And it's our understanding that the New Prague School Board will shortly decide whether to award the $26 million Central Education Campus. Base contractor Metcon. We believe, first, the fact the district received just 2 bids, despite being one of the largest prime school construction contracts available in Minnesota this year. It should be cause for concern that apparently the low bid may not represent good value for the district. Our union puts considerable effort into encouraging contractors to bid school projects, including New Prague's. Many have indicated they are reluctant to bid projects that lack prevailing wage requirements because there is so much negotiated and prevailing work available. It could be a possibility if the project were rebid with prevailing wage requirements, It almost certainly attract more and higher quality bids. While there is no guarantee that the total cost would be lower, the bidding would be likely more competitive and the district could end up with a better product for the same cost. Second, we're worried by awarding a second large-scale contract to Metcon, the district would not only be gambling with the Central Education Campus project, but could also put the middle school project in jeopardy by allowing Metcon's capacity to be stretched too thin. Based on what we know of the company's past performance, we do not doubt Metcon's ability to complete the project, so we had no objection to the district's decision to award Metcon the middle school project. I think it would be in the best interest of the citizens of New Prague and the people who voted the levies in to be able to see their money, be spread further and used for other things versus having a contractor, get a job which actually, might not have been lower than some other bids that were put in. So I think it's something everyone should consider. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good evening, school board members. My name is Ken Gorman. I'm from Austin, Minnesota, 1803 First Avenue Northeast. First of all, I'd like to thank you for giving me the minute to present my concerns regarding the Central Education Project. I am here representing the members and contractors of Union Painters and Allied Trades. Like the Laborers Union, our members are your neighbors and their children attend these schools. I speak tonight in support of the laborers' request that this project be put on hold and go out to rebid with the prevailing wage requirements. As I've seen all too often, without prevailing wage requirements, the only competition brought to the bidding table is done at the expense of the construction workers building your new facilities, many of which are your neighbors, parents of your students. Wages and benefits are being suppressed and quality of product delivered is lowered. Take, for example, Ford Metro, a glazing contractor bidding to the Metcon on this project. Ford Metro does not provide the area standards of wages and benefits to their employees, nor do they provide no educational path for their young people to learn the trade. This results in a lower quality of product and high probability of failure. Again, please reconsider your vote tonight. I understand that time is of the utmost importance and believe that it will be in the district's best interest to rebid the project with prevailing wage requirements. Thank you again for your time. If you have any questions afterwards, I'll be around to answer any of those also. Thanks.
Thank you. I think that's the end of our open forum. Or was there one more?
No.
Oh. The only action item on our agenda this evening is to award the bid for the construction renovation of the Central Education Campus. Ryan, did you want to come up and go over some of the things we've learned since opening the bids? And
well, our recommendation is before you there to award the bid to Metcon and issue contract. Metcon's a very capable company. To hit on a couple of the notes of the gentlemen that have spoken here tonight, Metcon has to be able to be bonded for the project, so there's requirements that they have to show that they can complete work of this scope in conjunction with other work that they have going on. So it's not a per project basis, it's as a company as a whole. So they are qualified and meet that requirement. So there's no legal reason not to assume that they can't handle the work. And based on other projects that we've had with them, feel fully comfortable with their company. As far as the subcontractors that they have underneath them, some may be union, some maybe not union at this point. Prevailing wage sometimes plays a role in that, and sometimes it doesn't. So, you know, the decision whether Metcon is going to use Corvell Group, as mentioned, or maybe Barn Fine and Gettle, is up to Metcon. That's their choice in the matter at this point. There's no restrictions we can place or require them at this point to change that or accept a different contractor, unless the district feels like they want to pay more for whatever reason. But that's a road that not many districts go down in a low bid type situation. With the bid that went out, we had a fantastic bid day with the middle school project when it bid about a month ago, and not as well for the CEC project, but overall we're within budget, we're on our schedule, and would like to continue on that path and get this project awarded and get underway. As you can see over at the middle school, they're already set to pour footings this week, which is about almost 2 months ahead of our original schedule. So would assume that same type of forward progress and you know, completion with all their subs on this project as well. So the sooner the better is always a good thing in construction. Going back out to bid, there's no guarantees that any bids would be more aggressive or lower cost at this point. There's no guarantees that they'd be more either. Either way, all we know that we'd lose for sure is some time, which we have a very important schedule to maintain in our phasing diagrams with this building and the middle school of getting kids back and forth and completing projects. So that would definitely put a hamper on schedule-wise for both projects, delaying this one from getting started. So one of the major reasons that we have it bid as we bid and have it phased as we phased, so that we can get them both done together and have the less impact on the district as possible. So, and I don't foresee any reason why Metcon won't be able to perform, and you have other consultants in your grasp that also help in those situations to make sure that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed as well.
And Metcon was the low bid of the 2 bids that we got, which we're required to award to the low bid. It was bid a bit higher than what we were anticipating it would be, but we have identified ways that keep us within our budget by reallocating some funds in our construction plan. Our middle school came in lower than what we expected, and so we're able to reallocate some of those funds over to the CEC project.
If there is a rebid, how much does it set us back? Do you have any idea of the timeline on that? Is it a couple months?
We have the requirement of the duration, a 2-week duration to send back out. We'd probably have to look at the plans and you know, so we'd probably lose on reality maybe 3 weeks depending on timing, things like that. So it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but all of a sudden weather can change, things can change. Who knows how early winter starts, all that good stuff. I'm not going to speculate, but I'm not going to say that it's a tremendous amount of time, but it's time that if we don't have to wait, we don't want to.
And your company has worked with Metcon before, correct?
We have. Actually, one of the guys on this project has worked for Metcon before, so very reputable company.
How unusual is it to have only 2 bids for a project of this scope?
You know, as they mentioned, it is a very enticing project. It's a large project that does limit your pool of contractors that are going to qualify for that type of project. So, you know, 2 contractors, I would have, in a perfect world, would have loved to see 4. But two is all you need, and we've awarded to 1 before. So, again, the market out there, as they mentioned, is good, and contractors have the ability to pick and choose the work that they want to go after. again, so I'm not sure that potentially changing to prevailing wage would change that. They still have the option to say, no, we're too busy, or that doesn't make any sense for us to bid it. So it's a busy market out there, and you can see over the month just what happened between the middle school and CEC of the numbers changing a little bit. It's very similar scope projects. So all of a sudden, just that month cost some, as contractors fill up, more contractors then fill their places with potential higher amounts. So would another month just add more cost to it? Don't know.
Any other questions?
There have to be any further discussion or explanation by Ryan? Or-
Not if it doesn't. Anyone doesn't
You have our
any questions?
recommendation.
Yeah.
You're looking for a motion? I'll make a motion that we approve award the construction and renovation of the central campus to Metcom.
I'll second.
Any further discussion?
Explained that really well. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the procedure was followed properly, and I think we should just go ahead with the recommendation.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
That's the only item we have. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.